As I mentioned, my name is Jeff Brown, and I've spent the past 25 years working on the bleeding edge of technology. I'm a former executive at Qualcomm, Juniper Networks, and NXP Semiconductors. Eventually, I left the boardrooms behind to do what I love most, spotting the next major tech breakthroughs before Wall Street even sees them coming. And since then, I've invested in hundreds of private tech companies as an angel investor with returns as high as 5,300%, 7,300%, and even a mind-blowing 11,300%. For example, back in 2015, I published research on Bitcoin. And at the time, if you remember, most Americans had no idea it even existed. But I told my readers to buy it at just $240. Now, you're probably aware it's since broken $120,000, which means anyone who listened back then had the chance to turn just a $1,000 investment into over $500,000. In February 2016, I recommended NVIDIA when most people still thought it was just a gaming stock. Through my research, I showed that it was really the most important emerging artificial intelligence company, and anyone who paid attention and held until the top could have pocketed a 28,000% gain. That turns $1,000 into over $281,000. For example, I advise my readers to buy Tesla stock in the winter of 2018. It was considered one of my most controversial recommendations ever. The media had already put Tesla on death watch earlier that year, and some market analysts were saying the company would be broke within 4 months, but they couldn't have been more wrong. I wrote, Tesla is much more than a flashy electric vehicle company. In fact, when you look past the headlines, you'll see it's really a software and artificial intelligence company with a huge lead on the self-driving trend. Now remember, this was years before most people had ever heard of AI. But thanks to my experience in the tech world, I could see Musk's real master plan. And anyone who paid attention to my recommendation back then and held on could have pocketed gains of up to 2,263%. I traveled to Mountain Pass, California, and I uncovered the one American company with a practical monopoly on mining the metals essential for AI chips right here at home. That company, MP Materials, has since soared 182% in just 4 months, outperforming the wider market by more than 20 times. And after traveling all the way to Kemmerer, Wyoming to see the site of a freedom factory, I can confidently say that we're early to the game on an upcoming power revolution, just like I was early to the game on Bitcoin, NVIDIA, Tesla, and so many more. And this time, I don't want you to miss out.